It's that time of year again. Clocks rolling back an hour tomorrow overnight, marking the end of daylight saving time. CP24's Melissa Duggan is live to teach us more about the talk about why this is a thing and also the impact on us. Yeah, so 2 a.m., that is when the time changes. Tomorrow we are gaining an hour, which means our clocks are going back an hour. Listen, it happens around this time every year, but you know, there's always that adjustment period as we finally get in line with it. To talk more about this, we're joined live by Dr. Michael Mack, a psychiatrist at CAMH. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Hi, Melissa.
Hey, so doctor, I'm wondering, do you think we make too much of this or not enough of this when it comes to how this time change affects our health?
Time changes across the year are a form of jet lag and can confer significant health risks. So in spring, when we spring forward and lose an hour of sleep that night, that's been associated with increased accidents, risk of depression, obesity, and even some forms of cancer. What's healthier for all Canadians is to stay with standard time, which is what we're going to go into tomorrow.
And I'm curious to know, too, you know, during the winter months when we're seeing less daylight, this is when we start to hear about seasonal affective disorder. How does this time change contribute to that?
Yeah, the fall back, switch back to standard time allows us to get more exposure to bright light, sunlight in the morning at the very least. And light exposure, first thing upon awakening, is healthy for us. It improves our mood, stabilizes our circadian rhythm, our internal body clock, and allows us to sleep better. So it's productive to stay in standard time all year round. You know, if we're waking up and commuting to school or to work and it's pitch dark, I mean, that can lead to accidents. Mm-hmm. So it's safer for everyone if we stuck with standard time, which is what we're going to do soon.
And I'm wondering, too, how we might know the difference between whether we have seasonal affective disorder or maybe we just kind of have the blues when we're experiencing, you know, that early nighttime arrival.
Yeah, that's a great question, Melissa. Like, now that we're going to lose a lot of, you know, average hours of sunlight exposure, we know that that's associated with seasonal depression. Up to a third of Canadians will have a decrease in mood or a loss of enjoyment of things they usually like during these fall and winter months. About 10 to 15% of Canadians might have a subsyndromal version of seasonal depression where they have problems sleeping, they have lower energy, poor concentration, there's going to be changes to their appetite. And in some cases, people lose hope. But, you know, in the most severe cases, that affects 3 to 5% of folks. You know, some folks lose meaning in their lives, and that's the time to seek professional help.
I wonder if there's anything we should be looking out for when it comes to kids.
Yeah, like, you know, what you want to do is to make sure that, you know, they're still engaged in their activities, whether social or, you know, scholastic at school, etc. And, you know, reach out and, you know, connect with each other. Make sure that, you know, everyone is doing well and, you know, still happy as we enter these gloomy winter months. I want to talk about things that we can do, though, to help this, which is to expose yourself to bright light first thing upon awakening. And, you know, it's going to be hard with the gloomy weather, but some folks will invest in a bright light machine, a bright light therapy type of bright light lamp. And we know that exposure to these lights with a minimum brightness of 10,000 lux for 30 minutes in the morning will improve your mood and maybe keep seasonal depression away.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time to prepare for this time change. We're just hours away from it now. But, you know, it does take some time to adjust over the coming days. What advice do you have just to prepare for this transition we're about to go to?
Yeah, I mean, this change in time is sort of like a jet lag. It's always easier to try to stay up later than to force yourself to sleep earlier. So luckily for us, falling back means that we get to stay up a little bit later and to adjust for that later wake time in the morning. In general, please, you know, wake up every day at the same time. Try to get some bright light exposure first thing upon awakening, and go to bed when you're feeling sleepy. And that might be different from night to night because, you know, that really depends on what you did during the daytime. So bright light first thing in the morning, and try to wake up every day at the same time.
Okay, thanks for that. Dr. Michael Mack, psychiatrist with CAMH. We appreciate that information. Very handy this time of year. Have a great day.
Thanks, Melissa.
Okay, so Phil, we got some advice there, how to prepare for this time change. Again, 2 a.m. is when those clocks go back an hour. And looking ahead to when we're going to see the time spring forward, that's going to be happening on March 9th of next year. Back to you.
All about that. Sun exposure in the morning,
Yeah.
and try to sleep early. Don't
I don't know, scroll.
Listen to your body.
Just listen to your body. Just try, just once. It's worth it. All right, thanks so much, Melissa.
Thanks.